Hello YouTube, this is Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales, and welcome back to Shogun 2 and part 2. And basically in the first part we wiped out the rebel army here and then here in the second follow-up battle, and now we are waiting patiently outside Iwami to attack them and hopefully prevail. They have 2 units that we can see of in this settlement, and my daimyo has gone back to Aki. I've actually increased the public order. Even though it's gone red, we're going to try and get that extra bit of income this turn, and we are of course building a trading port which will help us out tremendously. And I do have a ship up here which is going to be going north to try and get that first kind of trading node over there. So that's our kind of start so far. We're going to check diplomacy before we have our first end turn, just to oversee what we have. So we are of course at war with the Armako, which have all of these northern lands which I would like to take out early in this campaign. So we're going to go straight for them straight off the bat and try and take them out. We are trading with the Kikawa, who are our trading partners. Otomo are indifferent and we cannot trade with them at the moment, but once we get that trading port we probably will be able to. And of course the Uchi, we are actually allied with them and trading with them, and they're enemies with the Otomo. And then the Shoni, who are all the way over there, we can't trade with them and they are indifferent to us as well. So that's what we currently have. So I think what we'll do is end turn, and we'll see what happens in this end turn phase. And here we go guys, part 2 is up and running. And looks like the Uchi are going to be doing something there. Getting units put together, and we have mounting unrest at Aki. And a mission has been issued, master the following art, Way of the Sea. So we're going to be doing that, I think, straight away. Although we have one more turn till we get the market. And the Way of the Sea, Way of the Sword, Way of the Bow, Way of the Sea is 4 turns. We're going to get Way of Chief for that market, and then going to go for that next turn. Now I think my public order can probably be changed and go back to normal, and we can build a holy. We have a holy site at the moment, which gives us a rank 1 for monks. We could go for a mountain hermitage or a pilgrim hostel. We can go for roads, or we can go for rice for the improved irrigation, or we can go from a fort to a stronghold, which would probably be the wisest thing to do. However, for this opening few turns we want to get more units, don't we? So let's recruit, and let's actually get 2 Yari Ashigarus and 2 Bow Ashigarus. What we're going to be doing that to begin with. 3 more turns until the trading port, and we're going to get our ship up here now and try and take this node as quickly as we can. Are we going to get there in time? Maybe, maybe not. We are going to get there in time. So we've actually got our first thing there. We're not getting trade at the moment, but we've got there ready to get that trade. So that is going to be useful. I think we can actually get a Mori Kabaya next turn as well. We're going to send that south and try and get one of the southern ones if at all possible. Meanwhile, we are outside Iwami, of course, and they have 2 men inside here. Plus they have the retainer, of course, which is automatic. Now we could attack them, which I think we will probably do. So we're going to be fighting this battle. We have more experience, but of course we have not replenished that much at all. But we haven't taken many losses. But, as always, I shall see you on the battlefield. Hello and welcome back. So we're going to start deployment now. We're going to skip the speech because I can probably give a better speech myself. We're going to start the battle straight away. And of course, there are 3 units inside this fort that we must be wary of. I'm going to bring everything forward to begin with. Just get them all up there. Very nice graphics in this game. I do say it quite a lot in my videos, but I feel like as far as all the Total War games that are currently released, Shogun 2 has probably had the kind of better graphics as far as the kind of polish on a unit looks and the polish on a settlement and a forest looks. That's just my personal opinion, though. I'm you know, many of you will probably think otherwise, but it is what I honestly believe to be the case. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to try and take out their bows to begin with. They have no towers, so we haven't got to be that wary. What we're going to do, though, is bring our cavalry over this side of the battlefield along with the rest of my units. They're all going to go behind them, and my bows can probably sit where they are. We're going to actually bring the cavalry around to this flank. There's one of the bow units there. I'm looking at a way to where I can take out their bows without taking too many losses. We could, of course, just storm in all guns blazing and just try and take them out that way. But there'd be no fun in that. And I want to try and take out their bows without taking many losses. By doing that, I've got a free reign on taking out the rest of their units. And that's what I'm going to aim to do. So my bows are going to be going over to this side of the battlefield while trying to avoid their men. I'm just going to fast forward this. As you can see, they are moving their men around. Just going to do all of this in fast forward. And we'll see what happens. So it's going to go to about here. While we keep our men where they are. And we're just going to get into a decent position. I'm going to take fire at will off. I'm just going to play normally now. I'm just going to sneak up the settlement until they are just about in range. So that's what we're going to do. Take our time until we get them just about in range. Perhaps about here. Probably want to go a bit further. If the samurai retainers come out, that's not a problem. We can just outrun them. But I doubt they will. Although, I think with the last patch this game had did change some of the AI behaviours in siege settlements. So it is possible that they could charge out. It has happened to me once or twice in the past. Not that often, but enough to make it a bit of a problem. So you do have to kind of be a bit wary when it comes to that. The aim is to keep them bow units on that wall so you've got easy pickings. And to get as close to their bows as you possibly can. Just going to march forward until they are in range. I think I have to go up against the wall actually to do this. But you don't want to be too much in range, because that what will happen then is your men, they will actually react and move away from the wall. So it's about learning where the AI patterns are. So what I'm doing now is making sure that I've got about half of them, maybe slightly more. Probably want to go this way slightly and a bit further that way. Now it looks like they are marching towards me. Would they be coming out to attack me perhaps? Now this is what I'm saying, they may actually come out and attack you. Just going to keep an eye on them. I think they are going to come out. It looks like it. No, they're not. They're just going to stay there. Right, that's perfect. What we're going to do now is go to toggle fire at will. And we'll start firing upon either those retainers, or we'll be fighting against the bow ashigaru. Although, with that being said, we're not actually firing, are we? So, we may want to go a bit further. Try and tempt them. Either to tempt the retainers to come out and attack me outside the fort. Because inside the fort, there's unlimited morale. Whereas outside it, basically, they could rout at any time. Put the bows up against the wall. There we go. Lovely. Now surely, there they go. They're going to start firing now. Perfect for me. But who are they going to fire towards? Looks like they're going to go for the samurai retainers probably. To see what they do. I don't think they are. Going to go for them. I would rather them go for their bows. Not doing too well. Let's get them out up against the settlement. I think the other side probably would have been the better bet. A bit more of a hill to work with. That side of the battlefield. Let's click and see if they will aim towards their bows from this position. If I can get a shot on their bows, then it would be perfect. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to do is change my position to this side. Because I got better range from this side over and across. So it's all about how the AI works, these siege battles. That's the aim of the game. You can probably do a siege battle like this and take no losses. It is possible. It is difficult, but it is possible. It's about knowing when the AI is going to move, the pattern. So basically, this Yari Ashigaru unit and this Samurai Retainer unit will constantly move across the fort, the settlement. Whereas the Bow Ashigaru, because the general is there, it's fixated on the position of the general and not on the position of us behind. And of course, as you can see, we are firing now upon the retainers. I'm going to do an attack order now to see if we can get a range on their bows, which I think we can probably hit them from here. I am hopeful. I don't think we are though. And that's unfortunate because it appears that we're only just out of range. What if I was to put them up on here though? Can we shoot over the wall, I wonder? I'm curious to see if this will work, so I'm just going to test this out. And actually it is working, I think. They are actually doing actually firing, I think, or some of them are firing. Maybe they're not, I don't know. Might be plan B for this battle. Let's just see what happens first. Plan B. Put our bows back where they were. We can attack the retainers from that position. And then we're going to go to the Yari Garu. We're going to actually attack this by here. Let's get them up into a position for there. They're going to attack from that flank. I can pick off the samurai retainers from that position there. My Yari Sam can be taken to this side of the fort as well. My Yari Ashigaru can be taken to this side of the fort as well. My bow Ashigarus are firing, and as you can see we are going to get kills on them. Another kill. Unfortunately it's not enough though. Now what I might do is actually change my position and go for their bow Ashigaru. They have taken a kill. I have taken a kill on their bow Ashigaru though, so that's enlightening to see. We do have decent range as well, so it may actually keep it on automatic from this side. We can probably pick off some of the retainers and some of the bow Ashigaru from this position. I mean, we are getting kills on them. Another few have gone there. What I'm going to do is take this Yari Ashigaru unit. I'm just going to place them gently against this wall. This deep wall over there. Just going to march them. No point in running. And this is good so far. We're taking our time, but we haven't taken any losses. That's the important thing. Their bows haven't attacked me once yet. We've got the retainers down to 34. But we've used up about 1/3 of our bow capabilities as it is. I want the retainers to move out of range so we can get some kills on the bows that side. What would have been better if I had 2 bow units instead of 1? It would have made this much quicker. Now this Yari Ashigaru unit is going to be marching the same side as that unit there. We're going to try and hold up this kind of side of the battlefield as we await them to attack us. And I think we could just be attacking them, the bows from this side. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, the bows to attack them from this side. And we got kills. Pick them off bit by bit. This is perfect. This is what I wanted. Just going to slowly pick them off. Down to 115. And while that's going on, we're just gently going to get into position with our men. Just going to march them. Our Yari Sam can stay with the general. Just going to stay here. They're not in range of their bows at all from here, as you can see. And we can pick them off and weaken them. What we want to do is weaken them to a point where they've only got, I don't know, half their men remaining. Once that's the case, we should be fine. Now with that being said, I could probably flank around with my Yari Ashigaru here. Try and creep up over the wall this side. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it with this unit instead. Just going to get them to go up onto the wall by here, up onto the hillside here. Go along the bushes unseen and then go and flank them around the back. Meanwhile, we're going to weaken them to a point of no return where they're not going to be useful at all. Of course they got protection from this kind of rooftop by here, but it doesn't matter. They are going to lose men on a pretty much per volley basis. Now unfortunately the fort isn't in a position where I can do an awful lot of damage, but it's in a position where I can do enough damage to weaken them. Every volley should get a kill or two, and that means that they're going to be weakened to less than 100 men, probably less than that even. So that's what I'm doing there. Once they are weakened to enough, that's when I will launch my attack. Of course I have 150 Yari Ashigaru here, but I do have 112 and 130 between me, and they are experienced men, more experienced than the one that they have waiting for me here. So it's basically my call. What am I going to do? But the general stays where he is because they can't. They will stay where they are. The minute I move my general, the minute they move their bows. At the moment their bows aren't attacking me and I'm attacking them. That's the only thing you have to remember, is every volley will get kills on them here. As you can see, another volley comes in, down to 99. 2 more dead, but there. This is why I say you need more than one bow really for this to work effectively. I'm just using the one. I've got them down to less than 100. That's 21 kills. That's why I'm going to be a bit more aggressive in my approach now. And I'm going to be launching 2 attacks simultaneously. One upon this wall and one upon this wall, which hasn't got much to climb, so I should not lose too many men on that climb at that side. .96. Fast forward it. I'm just going to fast forward it now. I'm going to get the Yari Sam now to move up. They're going to go across, then up here. Like so. One movement there, one movement here. And so far it's looking good. There's plenty of time left for this battle. And of course the aim is to goad them. If they do come out and attack me, then I got them where I want them. But if they stay here, I've got them where I want them, because I'm just going to pick them off one by one. My bows, of course, are going to get more experience because they're getting clean volleys and clean kills all the time while not losing any men. They've already gone up 1 level this battle as things stand. And I can use them as a secondary kind of climbing force if I need to. The samurai retainers, of course, have been weakened, and now I'm in a position where I can just set my Yari Ashigaru to here. This Yari Ashigaru is actually going to start the climb. This one is going to start the climb this side. And now my Yari Samurai are going to climb from that side. So there we go. I'm going to launch the assault with 3 simultaneous climbs, while the other men are positioned at the other side of the battlefield. As you can see, the bows now have come off their kind of position where they were safe initially. My bows can actually aim that side. Now, of course, I'm going to be in a position where I have a man kind of overlapping here. My bows are going to be climbing shortly, but I'm going to just get a few volleys away first. Get my men up here quickly. There we go, lovely. Get them wide as I can. The wider the better. Go straight for a charge on the bows. My general can come up now to get that experience. Get their kind of rallying nearby. I'm going to lose this Yari Ashigaru is losing against the Yari Ashigaru here. The important thing is, though, I'm getting on the bow Ashigaru locked up in a infantry fight now with my infantry. My Yari Sam can outflank, and now my bows can start their climb. They've picked off enough of the samurai retainers, and we've picked off enough of the bow Ashigaru. My Yari Sam is going to be climbing, of course. And they can take this for me. It will be very good for me indeed. Unfortunately, I'm left exposed here in the centre, but it doesn't matter because it's going to buy me enough time to get up, to get my units in. I've lost 1 unit.
Our men are running from the battlefield.
And we can actually lose this battle. It looks like we're going to lose this battle. This is how badly a siege battle can go against you in a very short space of time. I can't get my general involved. All I can do is get him a kind of rallying cry as things stand. I'm going to march now and get a rally for my Yari Sam. Yari Sam, of course, nearby. I'm going to inspire my Yari Sam because there's not much they can do. And my general can't even get up there. I can, of course, attack the bow Ashigaru with my bows, while the Yari Sam just dives in there and gets as many kills for me as they possibly can. They are weakened, of course, which goes in my favour. And I can hit them in the back with my bows, which I'm doing. Got them down to 56. Another volley would be useful at the moment. It's going to be touch and go, I think. Now we charge. And my cav's going to have to sit tightly until it can get into the settlement. Fortunately, though, they are weakened enough where I should be able to win this. Just got to get my bows involved and take out their bows, because their bows are going to do damage against my general as things stand. My general's got to get out of there. He's going to lose otherwise. This isn't going quick enough for me. It's not quick enough at all. There we go. Finally got that charge away. We've got more experience, so we should be fine. My general can get back into position now. Get back, get back, get back. Come on.
Our men are
Shit.
running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Shameful display. We're going to lose this battle, I'm afraid, guys. But you saw my theory. It would have worked if I attacked from this side with the bows. And maybe if I had a second unit of bows, it would have worked. But alas, it has not gone in my favour this time. Oh, pardon me. So I'm left now with... in a position where I can't really attack them with my general. Although, with that being said, there's enough of them left for me to take out. I could possibly do it, but I think a withdrawal is the correct move to make here. So we are going to withdraw. But like I said, another bow unit would have done that for me. And as you can see, they've gone back to their patterns of staying in certain positions. The bow's just going to attack me here. Oh, with that being said... stop the withdrawal. Let's actually attack those bows. They've come back. Let's attack them. Let's attack the bows. Take them out so the second siege battle that we have against them, they won't be there. Gonna march across the... gonna sprint across the battlefield to get this this bow unit removed, because I don't want them to be there second time we fight them. And it gets more experience for my general as well. You only need a bit more to get set number 2 of experience. Lovely. There we go. He's got his number 2 of experience. Well, as you can see on the right hand side there. Just remove them completely, as we've done. And what do they have left? They have 42 Yari Ashigaru and 14 retainers. You see, it's just too much. We're just going to exit the battlefield with my general. We got a few kills. I feel like we could have won that battle easily. Well, not easily, but it just slipped away from us in the end. But you get my kind of point of what we could have done. But only a close defeat. But I would think that next time we could probably get a victory. Depends what I have left, really. If I have enough men left, then we can take them out. But if not, of course, then we won't be able to. And unfortunately, we only have the general left, but they only have 56 remaining, so you can see how effective that strategy was, in theory. And what I'm actually going to do is reinforce with the rest of my units. I could attack him with my other general, my daimyo, but it's not worth it. Not worth it this time anyway. But what we're going to do now is just check my building. So I'm recruiting all these men here. Got my daimyo. Diplomacy. Did we discover anyone new? I don't think we did. Did we? Shoni? No, we didn't. Okay, what we're going to do then is end turn. I'm going to probably wrap up this episode then. At the end of this end turn phase. Bokabaya. So we've got a Bokabaya and Yari Ashigaru. And we've mastered Way of Chi. So what we're going to do now... capture the following province, Iwami. So they want me to take Iwami. I'm going to try and take that anyway. And they want to do Way of the Sea. Take me a while, but we're going to try and get that. What I'm going to do now is get this naval vessel to go south. And to try and take out that trading node over there. Trading spot for me. 2 more turns till I can get that trade ship. Of course I can upgrade my stronghold. Probably worth doing that. Probably worth doing it now. It's going to take me 3 turns. And then the armies that I've reinforced here can go and meet up with my general there. If we creep forward slightly. Can't get there this turn. I do fear that there's not going to be enough time for me to take that as things currently stand. Just checking what we are recruiting. 2 more turns. The trade is important. And I might actually increase the finances to high yet again to get a bit more income next turn. Food is a bit low, so we need to sort that out. I've actually discovered the Coney. I can't trade though because I don't have that trade import. Once I get that trade import, this campaign will start to turn around and we will start doing pretty well yet again. As we just quickly go over a few things there. And the ship, of course, is going south, as we know of. And we have the one up here. 2 more turns, I can start getting trade. And all will be well. and 3 more turns till I get the stronghold. So get good base here, get some decent units, and then we can push on and do well. But anyway, I'm going to end this episode here, guys. I've been Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales. I shall see you in part 3. Until next time, goodbye.